These clips pose the very direct question: did dinosaurs live with man? Now, what do you guys think of? We went up there to, are you familiar with the tracks out there in Glen Rose, Texas?
I've heard of them. I've never seen them.
Yeah. So up there they've got they've got an exhibit up there, and they've got dinosaur tracks that are with human tracks. So have you heard of these before?
I have heard of them. I have heard people claim they are human tracks. They are not.
This is called the adult print, the Elvis adult print. Now it's an 11.5 inch human footprint, but it's right on top of a dinosaur footprint.
Okay.
They are not human tracks.
So what's
some of them are just distorts, some are just holes, and some of them were admitted forgeries.
Admitted forgeries.
Particularly the ones they were selling.
Yeah.
They admitted that those were fakes.
Well, is it just because the dinosaurs couldn't have lived with humans, or what is your, like, some of them seem pretty compelling to me, like what,
all the evidence is that dinosaurs went extinct, other than birds, about 65 million years ago.
If this was just a dinosaur track alone, and you took this to a geologist or someone, they would authenticate this track. Yes, it's a dinosaur track in Cretaceous rock, it's limestone, yes. But when you show them that with it, now we have a big problem.
I just found what I want to show you. Let me zoom in on this spot here. And I don't even have to like really explain it. You can look at it and tell what this looks like. Does that look like blood to you, like dried blood?
So these are pieces of actual dinosaur?
Yes, they are.
Which one do you like the best? Which one do you get the best results from?
So far, we've had no problem with any of them.
Okay.
Now, the one we probably get the most
dramatic
collagen from will be the Edmontosaurus.
And that turns to turn to the gold color.
And this is a dinosaur that we're looking at.
Oh yes, this is an Edmontosaurus rib. Yes. It is.
These two chambers are our control chambers for our biosphere over there on the other side of the museum. What that's going to do is simulate conditions prior to Noah's flood. Now, they've analyzed air bubbles in amber and know that things like oxygen, atmospheric pressure, carbon dioxide, all those things were a lot higher in the past.
And then
so what is this we're walking down, Aaron? Right here. Tell me about this that we're walking.
So right here, Trey, this is our biosphere. This biosphere is 60 foot long. So this is a pre-flood hyperbaric biosphere, simulating the atmospheric conditions of the pre-flood world.
Now, Joshua there was the original biosphere, operated for 10 years. The last project it had in it was a copperhead snake. And this is what the venom from the snake looked like when they put it in. This is what the venom looked like 3 weeks later. It was a complete structural change. The researcher that took the project after they shut it down said that the enzyme that creates the toxicity in venom had been structurally altered. He said it was no longer a venom. Instead, it was a serum, which is something we create in a lab today. We give it to heart patients, chemotherapy treatments, and those kinds of conditions.
One of the main research projects of the museum here is to try to simulate the conditions of the flood in the antediluvian world.
The Creation Evidence Museum of Glen Rose, Texas has constructed a roughly 60-foot long hyperbaric chamber where they wish to recreate the conditions of the pre-flood world.
We'll have plants and animals, all kinds of things in it. There will also be live streaming inside, so any of the experiments we have going on will be able to be watched on our website.
Because if we're right, Trey, this is going to actually simulate the pre-flood world.
Wow. Aaron.
Yeah.
And there's no one else doing this.
No one else is doing this. No.
In the entire world.
No. And you're getting some really good behind the scenes today. We're going to go in here, meet Paul Nations. He's going to take us inside the biosphere.
Going a step further, the pre-flood hyperbaric chamber will be up and running and streaming of the creatures in the chamber in a matter of months. Links for them are provided in the bottom of this video.
Hey, Paul. Plug it in. Oh yeah, okay.
So we go in and we'll come out a year later then, is that how, what we're doing today?
See all these gray hairs? Yes. I haven't been in there yet. When I come back, I'm gonna be like you.
But it's just that level of structure to be intact, especially after all this time, let alone a few years. That's stunning. It's stunning. Right there.
And this is a dinosaur that was pulled out of the Biloxi River in, or fossils that were pulled out in roughly the 80s.
Exactly right.
The evidence is that dinosaurs went extinct on the order of 60 million years before humans arrived.
You might go look at it. I had thought that, I had thought that myself, but then I was thinking, there's so many, records of like dragons and stuff from the past. And they did excavating there. So a lot of those tracks, if I understood, because I was like, man, come on, you don't have dinosaurs with human footprints.
A geologist came by, offered him $250,000 for this artifact right here. $250,000. And Meister asked him, what are you going to do with the artifact if I sell it to you? And the geologist replied, I'm going to destroy it because it destroys my entire life's work as a geologist. And Mr. Meister refused to sell this artifact to him. This is how important this artifact is. If we didn't have any of the other out-of-place artifacts, this one right here would be enough to destroy the theory of evolution.
The footage that you are looking at comes from the Creation Evidence Museum in Glen Rose, Texas.
So these are some of the older layers that have been excavated. These layers have probably been excavated in the late 1980s here. But you can see they're worn, they have erosion on them.
This track is clearly a track, and it's got water in it.
Yeah.
So that's clearly a dinosaur track.
Yeah. I've been a part of the excavations. I've personally excavated here.
So you've taken the layers off, and then underneath is the dinosaur human footprint.
Yeah.
Some of them are just distorts, some are just holes, and some of them were admitted forgeries.
Admitted forgeries.
Particularly the ones they were selling.
A lot of people who have tried to explain it away. The state park used to have a sign years ago at the entrance of one of the trackways. They had a picture of a dinosaur with human feet on it, and it was kind of cartoonish, and it was basically a way to explain away the human tracks. Now, back in the 70s, I used to know a park ranger that worked there back in the 60s and 70s, and he told me, he said, we used to have signs that said dinosaur tracks with an arrow here, and then man tracks with an arrow here. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. I said, where are those signs? He said, they're in the, we've thrown them in the shed. Others have come down here and had made pretty outlandish claims that they were aliens that came down here to observe the dinosaurs millions and millions of years ago. And so those types of theories get really outlandish, and they're just implausible.
A very special thanks to Dr. Carl Baugh, who is 88 years of age, at least at the time of the filming of this documentary and footage, as well as my friend Aaron Judkins, Dr. Aaron Judkins. He was part of the team that discovered what's known as the 12th Scroll in the caves of Qumran, author of the book Decoding Göbekli Tepe. The toes and in fact, some people were stating it's got to be, you ought to go check it.
I have seen analysis of all of that.
What would your opinion? But you think it's no good?
Yes, anything that shows toes and heel is almost certainly a fake.
It's
the other ones that they think might be natural are either where a dinosaur stepped on another dinosaur's footprint and left a shape, or it's just natural erosion that just happened to
make the shape of foot shape.
This is the real artifact. It's been tested. We've had a CAT scan, spiral CAT scan. We've had a lot. Well, here's the CAT scans right here. This is again showing compression layers under this, where if it's carved, you can't compress that. You can't compress anything underneath. So that rules out carving.
The Acrocanthosaurus, do you know what the assigned age would be on this? 100 million years or something.
It's Cretaceous, so it would be 110 million years. a sign. And this is from the Acrocanthosaurus that was discovered here in Glen Rose in the late 1980s.
It is.
1984 along the Biloxi River. And Clay's about to show you the slide.
Yeah. Can't be. Yeah, it can't be. It's just too much of a span.
Exactly. I mean, you know, barring something incredibly odd of which there is no evidence.
Right.
In any of the rocks anywhere in the world.
Right, except there.
Yeah.
I'd like to be very clear just where this short presentation began. One of these two views cannot be correct. Either dinosaurs did live with man, or they did not live with man. Both cannot be true.
You wouldn't expect to see some of these materials in there as much as you do. This is amazing. This is an amazing amount of collagen in this creature.
Humans didn't appear, I mean, depending on what you consider a modern human, until about 1.5 million years ago.
I'm Trey Smith of God in a Nutshell. I'd like to invite you over to the God in a Nutshell website. This is a real honor. I'm here today with Dr. Carl Baugh, who's worked on incredible amounts. I've watched Dr. Carl Baugh in many documentaries and films, dating back. How far would you even say you've been working on these things?
Well, I'm 88 years of age, so I've been working quite a while.
That's a magic number.
I've been in Glen Rose almost half a century.
Yes.
With the human and dinosaur footprints, plus searching for and discovering dinosaurs.
The complete film on the Preflood Labs. That's amazing work they've got going on out there. No one's done this before. Is coming very soon.
This is a baby Acrocanthosaurus fossilized dinosaur hatchling. So this is still in the egg. So what you're seeing is this baby hatchling still in the egg, and it's fossilized. So here we got some CT scans on it.
Okay.
Yeah, these are very low, so be very careful. Watch your step.
Okay. So this is a real honor to come inside of this. She said earlier that he probably wasn't going to give permission, but we're going inside of the I'm Trey Smith of God in a Nutshell. God bless every last one of you. God bless every last one of you and your families on the other side of the screen.